All right, guys. Jeff Rogers here, Marketing, Sales, and Partnerships Director here at Paladin Data Corporation. See if I can get my camera going here. All right, guys. Welcome to our broadcast here of Promote Your Products Online with Pointy. That's a pleasure to host you guys today. Again, my name is Jeff Rogers, Marketing, Sales, and Partnerships Director here at Paladin. I have a guest with me who's going to help me out today. Really excited about this one, guys. This is something that I think is really going to help us stay competitive in our local markets. It's all about hyper local. Find it locally, as Pointy calls out in their tagline. So without further ado, we'll get started here. Walk you through the agenda. First, I'll introduce you to Pointy. Introduce you to Caroline, who's going to help us out here today. We'll walk through what the integration. There she is. We'll walk through what the integration with Pointy looks like, what the benefits are, what some of the features are that they offer. And then Caroline will walk us through a demonstration of the dashboard and what some of those features actually look like in the flesh, and so you can see kind of how that data flows through. And that's really kind of the aha moment here. And then obviously, you know, it's a partner that we've been working with for a while here. So you'll need to sign up for another service. So we'll show you how easy it is to sign up, what the setup looks like from a timing perspective, and just some of the details that need to go into that. And then of course, just what the cost is on the Pointy side. Yeah, like I said, let's get started here. Again, really excited to introduce you to Caroline and the Pointy team. Caroline, if you want to say hello from across the pond.
Hi all, great to be here. Delighted to be working with Paladin and excited to tell you all about Pointy.
Yeah, awesome. So like I said, Caroline comes to us from Dublin, Ireland, if you can tell from the accent. And of course, as you guys, as y'all should know, we are located here in Central Oregon in the United States. So pleasure to be speaking with you all today. So yeah, as we all know, guys, you know, the consumer's path to purchase has changed, and it always will be changing. So there's this evolution that's involved with consumer behavior. I think we can thank some of the big brands, Amazons, Home Depots, Lowe's of the world. One of the coolest things about this integration that gets me really excited is that this isn't a huge barrier to entry. It's not hard to sign up for. It's not hard to get things going. Sometimes we think about the online world as very kind of intimidating, and you have to do all these different things to keep it alive and keep it moving. And I think Caroline is really going to show you some magic as far as getting your products online, and again, staying competitive with you know, really kind of our competition, which is Amazon and the big boxes. And then of course, you know, trying to align that consumer behavior to you know, what the expectation really is. So Caroline, if you'd like, take it from here, huh?
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks so much, Jeff. I think we need to maybe hire you onto our sales team because you do a good pitch of Pointy. So appreciate that, definitely. So yeah, really, as Jeff said, you know, the customer path to purchase really is changing, and the way that people are shopping has changed now. So as Jeff said, like there's kind of a common misconception there that in order to be online and to really make the most of that, you need to have this e-commerce presence, and it seems like a really scary jump for a lot of retailers. But the reality is that it doesn't have to be like that, because the fact of it is that 90% of purchases are still happening in physical brick and mortar stores now, and so there are still people shopping in store, which is brilliant news for any local retailers. But really, what's changed is that 60% of offline purchases are now digitally influenced. So there are more and more people that are beginning their purchase journey online on the likes of Google, where they're typing in the name of the product and they're looking for where they can find that locally. So they're actually going into the store to purchase the product, but they're beginning it online in some capacity. It might even be that they're, you know, doing some research on, you know, they might see an ad on social media, they might have watched a YouTube tutorial of a product. So there's something that's happening digitally that's influencing them to go to the store. And so that's this is all a positive thing, but only if retailers are actually showing up in those online searches in some way. So this is some research that Google did recently into what shoppers are expecting from local retailers online. So 36% of online searchers wish that retailers would do a better job of sharing product inventory information. And on top of that, 45% said that they go to the store instead of buying a product online when they want something quickly. So there's a lot of good news in there, because the reality is the customers still want to go to the store to purchase products. But the issue is that, like it says, that a lot of local retailers aren't showing their product inventory online. This doesn't mean having a full e-commerce site. It just means showing that you have your products available and that somebody can come to the store to actually purchase them. So if a customer doesn't know that you have them in your store, they don't even know you exist. It's very likely that they're going to just go to the big box store, or they're going to purchase it on Amazon because it's an easier path to purchase for them. So convenience is really key for the customer, and that's really what we're trying to do here at Pointy as well, is make it as easy as possible for the customer to find your store and to buy that product that they're looking for.
So Caroline, if I can real quick, hop in here real quick. Just guys, just think about this too. You know, it's not only just about like the nuts and bolts. You know, people know to go to your stores for your businesses for kind of the core, you know, hardware and lumber offerings, things that are kind of tangible to those markets. But as you guys do such a good job of with your businesses is you know, merchandising to your local culture, your local economy, having these kind of niche items in there that some folks, again, kind of to Caroline's point, may not even know that you have in your store. And so that's really what this is all about, is really enhancing your digital presence. So when people are searching in your local economies, people know exactly where to go, how much you have, what your price is, and where to find it. So super convenient.
Definitely, and we've definitely found that a lot of our retailers have had stories like that as well, Jeff, where, you know, there might be a product that they might think is something that people aren't necessarily searching for, and actually when they join Pointy and they have that product listed online, they're shocked by the number of people coming in for one specific product. We had one hardware store actually in San Francisco. They're an Ace Hardware there, and they sell Ghirardelli chocolate, which is obviously sold in the San Francisco area, and it's kind of one of their extra items. It's not your standard hardware store product, but actually they had loads of people in the area who were possibly tourists to the area searching for that product and coming into their little hardware store to buy it then. So that just wouldn't have happened. Nobody would have ever imagined that had that in stock had they not had their inventory listed online like that. So there's lots of little examples of that we can definitely tell you about how it works, you know.
Yeah, having lived in San Francisco, I'd much rather go to an Ace Hardware than to get my chocolate than Ghirardelli Square. So good to know.
Exactly. So if we could just pop on to the next slide there. Yeah, so to just go back on what we were saying earlier, is that Pointy has digitized over 3 million products to help satisfy these online customer demands for retailers. So we really want to solve this problem and this challenge that retailers are having of getting their products, their inventory online, and making it easy for customers to find their products when they're searching. So through the Pointy service, what we've done is we've made a really easy solution for you guys to get your products online and to be found in local searches and to drive more customers to your store. So that is the bottom line with Pointy. It's not about getting people to purchase more online, it's about getting them into your physical store via these online searches. So all about converting an online search into an in-store sale.
Yeah, that's great. Caroline, you want me to make you the presenter? So you can drive this?
Yeah, if you could, that would be great actually, Jeff.
Okay, sounds great. I'm flipping the switch here.
Thank you.
All right.
Got it. Okay, I'll just put in here.
All right,
so what we've done, yeah, can you see that okay on your side,
yeah.
Jeff? Great.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, we have created this really simple solution, and that's really to help you guys to get your products online in a very seamless way, to be found in local searches, and to drive more customers into your store. And what we've done is we've actually teamed up with Paladin and partnered with them to create this really, really simple solution so that it's even easier for you as a Paladin customer to get all of the Pointy benefits and features in just literally a couple of clicks. Within a couple of minutes you can get set up. It's that simple. So what we have is that we communicate with Paladin via a custom API interface. So this is really, really seamless. It's a matter of you, from the retailer's point of view, all you need to do is pop onto pointy.com/Paladin, you enter your store details, and really from there we do everything. So what Pointy does in the background is it receives all of the SKU information directly from your point of sale inventory. And what we do then is we take that information, so we take those SKUs and we find names and images to match each one of those products. And what we do then is we add them onto what's called a Pointy page. And you can see that in the image here on the right-hand side of Pointy. That'd be an example of a Pointy page there. And that's Gregory and Building Center, who are a Paladin customer. So what we've done there is we've taken Gregory Lumber's, we've taken their SKUs from their point of sale, they've sent it across to us, we found their names and images to match each one of those products, and we've added them to their Pointy page. And on that Pointy page then, what we do is we optimize every single one of those products to appear in local Google searches. So that if somebody locally is searching for a product that you stock, so for example, if somebody is searching for Ghirardelli chocolate in San Francisco, we'll try and make sure that you show up at the top of that Google search and that they get directed into your store. And the sales and inventory data is sent from Paladin to Pointy on a daily basis. So your new products are being added automatically to your Pointy page as you're selling them and scanning them in at the register. So it's really, really simple for you as a retailer. There's absolutely no manual data entry for you to do. All you're doing is literally just entering in your store details. We create the Pointy page automatically. Paladin are going to send your information directly across to us then through the point of sale, and you're good to go, you're up and running. So it's a super, super simple process. And it means that there's absolutely no work for you as a retailer to get your products listed online. It's just totally seamless.
Now, Carolina, just real quick, a slight
Yeah.
point of differentiation. You guys have amazing marketing, and so I think a lot of folks on the webinar right now have probably heard of you guys. One thing to differentiate about the integration that we've created, though, is there's typically like a USB kind of dongle device onto the scanner. And that's something that with this API that we've developed, that we kind of go around, so that this data automatically flows into Pointy, as opposed to the other method, which you may be familiar with, which is a scanning device of some kind. So just a clarification point right there.
Yeah. That's a really good point, Jeff, and thanks so much for mentioning it. As Jeff said, so the original Pointy service is essentially what we do is we have a small device that connects in between the barcode scanner and the point of sale. And as Jeff said, with the Paladin integration, that actually omits the need for the device at all. So for Paladin retailers, they don't need to plug this device in and scan their products in. It's just happening automatically through the integration. So the device is pretty easy to use in general, but the integration is even easier again, if you can believe that. So it just makes it that little bit more seamless for you guys, and just the experience overall is even better with the integration as well. So yeah, thanks so much for clarifying on that, Jeff, as well. So once you've actually signed up to Pointy, we have a couple of different features and benefits of the service. So I thought I'd just go through them all really quickly. And I've kind of touched on a couple of them already. So the first thing that you'll get with Pointy, as I said, is the Pointy page. And this is where all of your products are listed. So as I said, we'll be receiving those SKUs from your POS. And what we'll do then is we'll find the names and images and we'll populate them onto a Pointy page for you. And this essentially is going to serve like a website for your business. So I'll just click into this here and you can have a quick look at what that looks like. Can you see that okay on your side, Jeff? You can see Knudsen Lumber.
Yeah, that looks great. And also real
Great.
quick, while we're transitioning here, I just want to call out if you guys do have any questions as we're going through this, guys, please submit those or raise your hand
Yeah.
through the GoToWebinar link or the GoToWebinar module, and we'll have some time for questions here in a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is an example of a Pointy page here. So you can see that all of the products are listed on the page. All this retailer had to do was simply integrate. We find all the names and images to match each and every one of the products that are listed on here. And that's through a number of different databases that we're connected with. And what we do then is we optimize each of these products to rank in local Google searches. So I'll show you an example of that over here. So for example, if somebody is searching for a product like Espoma potting soil in Brooklyn, so they're, maybe doing their garden up on a Saturday morning and they're wondering where they might get this specific potting soil, you can see that the first result here is for a Pointy store. So when you click into this, yes, you can see that's the name of the product that you're looking for. So you might have never heard of Pointy, you might have never heard of this specific store, but you know that you're in the Brooklyn area and you're looking for this specific product. So when you click in there, you'll be directed to the store. You can see where the product is in stock. You can see a nice image of the product. You can call and reserve. You can check their opening hours, their contact details, directions to the store. You can check out related items there as well. So everything that a customer would need to go into that physical store and purchase that product that day, that's what we're providing them with there as well. We also have real-time analytics. So we provide you with access to a retailer dashboard. And in here, you can really just see how Pointy is working for you. So the proof is kind of in the pudding here. So this is an example for Knudsen Lumber. So that's the Pointy page I showed you a second ago. So Cheryl has kindly let us share her dashboard with you. And you can see here, you can see the number of products that she has on Pointy. So she has almost 9,000 products listed on her page already. And really all she had to do was just integrate. For in Cheryl's case, she's using a Pointy device, but if you were a Paladin customer, all you'd be doing is the integration and everything would be pulled over from there. So it's even more seamless. We'll do all the manual data entry for you, so there's nothing for you to worry about there. We also obviously do all that search engine optimization, so that's where these nice Google search impressions come from. So only last month, Cheryl had almost 30,000 Google search impressions, and what that means is that 30,000 people saw her product show up when they searched for it on Google, which is really cool and we're really happy with. And she also had 255 people visit her page last month, so when somebody searched for a product on Google, 255 people actually clicked through to her Pointy page off the back of that as well. So those real-time analytics will give you a very good idea of how the Pointy interface is working for you, how the service is working, and to make sure that you're getting the most out of that as well. And finally, we have the See What's in Store feature, and this is all part of the core service, the core Pointy service. And this is something that we have actually launched in partnership with Google. So this is a completely free feature, and it's really cool. So if any of you are familiar with Google My Business, I'm sure there's some of you here that have a Google My Business profile for your store. You'll probably know that on the Google My Business profile, you can see things like your store opening hours, you can see an image of the store, there'll be contact details there. The See What's in Store feature actually allows a customer to search your entire product inventory directly from Google. So if they type the name of the store into Google, or they type in, say, hardware store near me, not only are they going to see all of your information about your store, but they're also going to be able to see your product inventory. So I'll show you a quick little video of what that looks like in action for a hardware store. So you can see here, if somebody is just searching for a hardware store near me in a specific area in Hoboken, and they'll click into a person's Google My Business profile. And then from there, they'll be able to see all the usual things that you used to be able to see, like the opening hours and the contact details, but they'll also be able to see all of their product inventory directly on there, along with the prices. They can do all of the they can segment it over here to the left hand side as well, and they never have to leave Google to do that. So it's a really, really interesting feature, and as I said, it's totally free to use and takes only minutes to set up as well. On top of that, we do have some premium features. So one of them is Pointy product ads. These are image-based ads that we run on your behalf across your entire product range, and they're charged for on a pay-per-click basis. And the good thing about them is they are totally optional and there's no contract with them. So you can set these ads up and they will basically run in the background, but you can turn them on and off at any time. The Pointy Pricing Insights tool allows you to create a really specific pricing strategy across your entire product range as well, and that's charged for on a monthly basis. And again, it's totally optional, so you can give it a try when you start out with Pointy, see how you find it, and you can turn it on and off at any time. So there's lots of flexibility there of what you can do as well. So what I'm going to do now is actually just do a quick run through of the dashboard, and I can show you some of those premium features in here as well. So as I said, this is the dashboard for Canutes and Lumber. So I've shown you some of these stats already. So every retailer will be able to log into this kind of private section of their Pointy page. And in here, you'll be able to see, you know, things like, okay, how many products do I have on my page right now? How are my Google search impressions looking? How many visits am I getting to the page? You'll also be able to check here. So this says Pointy box status. As I said, in this case, they're using a device in the store. But for you guys, it will actually say Paladin integration status. And it will just let you know that it's up and running and when your last sales and inventory feed were sent across to Pointy as well. So just really useful information there for you to have. These are just a couple of graphs where you can see your search impressions and your visits on the graph there. And this is interesting, it's your most viewed products. So these are the things that people are viewing most for your store when they're searching for your products on Google. So these are always quite surprising for the retailer. Often they're things that they didn't imagine that people would be searching for on there as well. And you can see down here, so in here is where you'll be able to activate any of those premium features that we spoke about. So the link to Google here will bring you to set up your See What's in Store feed. So that's that free feature that I spoke about. And this is what it looks like over here on the right-hand side. So it'll show up in that nice panel on the right-hand side of Google. When somebody searches for your store or for hardware store near me, they'll be able to see your address and your hours and your phone number, and they'll also be able to see all your product inventory. And setting that up is really, really simple. So all you have to do is link your Google My Business profile to your Pointy profile. So to do that, you'll just enter in your email address that's actually connected with your Google My Business profile, and it's that simple from there. Because we have all of your inventory information already, that just automatically gets uploaded then. So it's very, very seamless. And the good thing is that we have a customer success team here at Pointy, so they can help you and talk you through the process of exactly how to do that once you're set up on Pointy as well. You'll also be able to go in and set up your product ads feature in here. So these are these highly optimized Google ads that I spoke about. So previously, these ads really would have only been run by the likes of, Walmart or some of the big box stores like Home Depot, because they're quite time consuming to set up and they take a while to do, and you basically need to be continuously on it between setting up the ads, picking the keywords, choosing the budget. The good news is that we've created a really seamless way to set them up. So for the retailer, all you'll need to do is simply choose the daily budget. So you might say, I want to spend $5 a day on the ads. And then you choose the radius around your store that you want to target. So for example, within 10-mile radius of your store, they're the people that you want to target with your ads. And you click go, and we'll run the ads across your entire Pointy product range. But the good news is that you only pay when somebody actually clicks on that ad. So you won't be charged unless someone is actually clicking on the product. So, if you're worried about running it across, say, like nuts and bolts in the store, the likelihood of it is if people aren't searching for that product, then you don't need to worry about it because they're not going to click through and you won't be paying for those ads, even though they're still running in the background. So you could still be getting some great search impressions out of it, but not actually paying anything for them, which is great. And then here you can see things like searches that led to your store. So these are the exact search terms that people are actually putting into Google to find your store. You can see products that people were searching for in there as well. So how much the click cost you. So for example, this product is listed as $489 and they only paid 85 cents for that click. So there's a really good return there for you as well to get that click. And we use smart bidding strategies to make sure that you're getting the most value for money and that we're not going to, bid say $2 on a product that costs $2.50. So we have all of those smart bidding strategies built in there for you. And again, we have our success team to help you to set that up as well and to make sure that you're getting the most out of the ads. And you will get $100 of credit to try this feature out when you sign up to Pointy as well, so you can give it a try and see how you find it. Pricing Insights is another tool that we have in here, and that's one that I touched on just very briefly. This essentially just allows you to create an overall pricing strategy for your store and to make sure that you're getting the best margins on your products. So we look at what everybody in the market is charging for specific products, and then we make recommendations off the back of that. So this is charged for on a monthly basis, and we do have a team here who can talk you through that in more detail and help you to set that up. But you can see here, you can check, what your competitors are charging at, and then make decisions based on that of whether you want to change, increase or decrease your prices. And this is completely bespoke to your own store as well. So you'll receive a questionnaire where you'll fill out details about your store as well. And so I won't go into too much detail on that because it's probably a bit overwhelming, but it's just to give you an idea of the features that we have. Did you have anything you wanted to add to that, Jeff, or is that kind of covered?
No, I think it's really cool, Caroline. You guys have really created a really cool offering. And again, you guys are in full control of all this. So don't think that,
yes.
there's no cookie cutter way. Again, every market is different. Every business is different. Again, whether you're a pharmacy or a hardware store or a lumber yard or a home center, it really doesn't matter. You need people coming in the store and they're searching for specific products. So, Caroline, you and your team have done a really good job to make this, again, super seamless, really easy to sign up, not a ton of lift from a maintenance perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, what I think is really cool, Caroline, is that you're providing that data back to the stores and the businesses so they can see,
mm-hmm.
What those insights are about what people are searching for, what prices are around, in their competitive markets. And so, again, trying to provide that data to your business so you can make ultimately better business decisions, guys. So really cool. Thank you, Caroline.
Absolutely, yeah, like that's obviously really important to us as well. It's one thing to build something, but if the retailer, if you guys can't see how it's working for you, and if you can't somehow use that data, then it's kind of useless. So that's really why we want to make it as transparent as possible and give you as much control as we can, while still making it incredibly easy for you to use these features. So you have complete control over all of your budgets and over all of the premium features and the free features as well, but we just try and take a little bit of that manual work out of it for you. So moving on to actually speaking about the cost. So the good news is that for Paladin clients, Pointy is completely free. The core Pointy service is completely free for you to use. So normally when a retailer is using Pointy through the device, it costs them a one-time fee of $899. But through the Paladin partnership, it means that you get it completely free. So it's a fantastic offering. It means that you're getting your products online in a really seamless way. Your Pointy page is continuously updated. You're getting all of those Google searches. The organic Google search impressions are completely free and included in the core service. The real-time analytics dashboard, you will always have access to that. All of the information is there for you. There's no kind of parts that are taken away, whether you're premium or core service, everything will be there for you. And the see what's in store feature is also completely free to use always. There is no monthly recurring fee with it. It's completely free for the Pointy service. There's no one-time fee there.
And guys, we've, this is something that, as I'm sure you can tell, that myself and Caroline are both very passionate about. And so to that point, we've attempted to make this as easy as possible.
Yeah.
It's free. The core service is free. You get a $100 credit on the premium features.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer, guys. So just give it a try, see if it works for your business. But again, the consumer behavior is changing a little bit here, guys. So we just need to keep a pulse on that and make sure that we're keeping up with what our competitors are doing and try to exceed and meet what they're doing. So
absolutely. So just in terms of installing Pointy, how do you go about installing it? It is incredibly easy. So the first thing you want to do is go to pointy.com/paladin and you'll come to a nice page where you'll see a lot of the information that we've gone through today as well. And you can see testimonial videos and things like that on there as well. There is a set up now button at the top of the page. When you click on that, you'll be prompted to enter your business details in there. So it'll be your store name, your contact details. And after that, your Pointy page will automatically be created and you'll receive a verification email from Pointy so that you can access your Pointy page and access your retailer dashboard. And then Paladin will then send your POS information across to us automatically and your products will start appearing on there straight away. So it's a really, really, really simple setup. It'll take you all of 5 minutes to get set up. It depends how quick your typing is, basically, because that's really all it is. So it's very, very simple. And what's great is that we do have our customer success team. So it's not just that you're going to sign up and it's, you're on your own then. We do have a customer success team. They will call you and talk you through the entire Pointy setup after you've signed up and make sure that you get the absolute most out of the service as well. So if there's any questions or any concerns, they're always there to help and they're really, really eager to help and make sure that you get the most out of it as well.
Yeah, Caroline, that's great. And again, every business is a little unique. So again, use the resources that you have in the Pointy success team and Paladin support team to your advantage.
Definitely. So the link there again is to pointy.com/paladin. You'll see on that page, there's the setup now button. It really is as simple as filling your details in there. It won't take you more than 5 minutes to do. But if you have any issues or you're having problems getting set up, there is a button there to request a call. And one of our business development team will call you then and they can talk you through the sign up process on the phone if you're having trouble with it. Or you can email me directly either on Caroline@pointy.com and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have either. So please feel free to get in touch if you need help with anything. So I guess if there's any questions now from anybody.
All right, let me pull this up here. 1 second,
Sure.
Caroline. Handful of questions. Let's see.
Cool.
If I try Pointy and it doesn't work for me, for my business, can I drop out easily?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's literally just a case. I mean, you don't pay anything for Pointy, as we already said. It is totally free. So it's definitely worth trying. You have absolutely nothing to lose whatsoever. So you can only gain. But if for some reason or another it just doesn't agree with your business, there's something that you're just not happy with, you can just call our success team and they'll be able to take your page down very easily. So it's just a matter of deleting the Pointy page. And after that, you're done. You're good to go. So yeah, very, very easy to do that. But as I said, there's absolutely no cost with it. So there's no risk in that sense.
Very cool. And then also, Caroline, like I said, to give you some kudos to the marketing team earlier, some clients have signed up with Pointy previously, and they're using or attempting to use the USB device that you guys offer. How do we transition clients from the device to the integration?
Yeah, so the best thing to do there is we'll be able to, if they just want to email us directly, so they can email me, Caroline@pointy.com. And what we'll do there is we'll associate you guys with Paladin, and we'll generate what's called a retailer key. So this is essentially to work into that API integration. We'll send that across to the Paladin support team, and you guys will be set up then. So we can do that, and we'll just get you to mail us back the device then. So the best thing to do is just email Caroline@pointy.com, and I'll take it from there.
All right, cool. Thank you, Caroline. Couple more questions here.
Yeah.
Let's see. So again, through the Paladin offer, there's no separate Pointy box. Again, the data just flows right through. Some questions about the box again. Again,
Yeah.
no box, no box, no USB dongle required.
Nothing.
That's what our API is that we developed with Pointy, is developed directly to the Pointy software. So no device for transferring data. It all happens on the back end. You guys don't need to worry about anything. So
exactly, that's it.
All right. How much does it cost per click, and how much is the pricing insight monthly?
So the pay per click, it varies because it's obviously, as I said, we're using smart bidding strategies. So obviously what it will cost you for a click on a $2 product will be different to a $400 product. So it really depends on how many other people are, like, you know, kind of what the demand is for that product, so how many other people are bidding, and what the price of that product is as well, because we do use the smart bidding strategy. So it does vary from product to product, but as I said, you have a daily budget, so you can limit it to the amount you want to spend per day. So you can limit it to as low as $3 a day, and you can switch them on and off as often as you want. So you can pause the ads as well, and you will be able to see a full report of how much every single click costs you. So you'll get a very good idea very quickly of how much they cost. But as I said, you do get $100 to try it out. So you'll see in that first $100 of how much it's costing you, and then you can decide from there if you want to continue, or maybe if you want to change your budgets around, or maybe your radius is around as well. But yeah, the pay per click, it really does vary depending on the product that's being advertised. But we do run them across all of your products. But as I said, you only pay when somebody clicks.
And that's kind of the most, sorry, Caroline, that's kind of the most dynamic, that's the most dynamic piece about the whole offering here, is really kind of once you start pushing, different ads out for different, promotions that you guys are running on, Power Tool Day, or, spring cleaning and all this other stuff. It's a great way to get those promotions out digitally as well, whether you're doing you're doing print, you're doing social, you're doing other things. This is a great way to reinforce that, so they're seeing the same messages over and over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it really is. And I mean, the feedback from the ads has just been fantastic. Like, we had one retailer who said he was getting so many phone calls that he almost had to turn the ads off because it was so distracting how many calls he was getting. So that was for like a toy store, and it was a really it was a busy, like, it was coming up to the holidays, and it was one product that was obviously really hard to get, and he had it in stock, so he kept getting phone calls off the back of those ads. So it does definitely work, and it definitely generates a reaction. Sometimes too much of a reaction for the retailer, but definitely not a bad complaint to have. But with the pricing insights tool, those prices, they do vary. So as I said, it is really bespoke to every retailer, and we'll build the price based on your specific store. So as I said, when you sign up for pricing insights, or when you kind of register your interest in it, you will be asked to complete a survey, and in there it will take into account things like the number of products that you have in the store, and then we will create a bespoke price based off the back of that. I'm not really that heavily involved in the pricing insights team, but as far as I know, it's between $100 and $200 a month, as far as I'm aware, for that product. But it does vary from store to store depending on how big the store is and things like that. So you could just have a chat with one of our one of our team members from Pricing Insights, and they can provide you with a more bespoke price for that. But again, there's a kind of a trial version of that, so you can test it out and see what you think of it before you commit to paying for it.
Very cool. Let's see here. Can we delete products from our Pointy website if we stop carrying them? We have several items we've discontinued, but the records are still in our Paladin system.
Yeah, so yes, you can do that. One thing that I will say as well is the products that show up on your Pointy page from your Paladin point of sale will be products that have like a registered sale. So if you're saying there that products are in your Paladin point of sale but they're discontinued, they won't show up on your Pointy page because a sale hasn't been registered with them. So there's nothing to really worry about there in that respect either, because it's not going to show these discontinued products. But if, for example, you did see a product in your Pointy page that you no longer stock, and for some reason it's managed to get onto your Pointy page for whatever reason, you can just pop on and there's a little button that says don't show this product anymore, and it will just drop off the page then. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, Caroline, I think that's all that we have for today. A couple other questions that are going to require some more specific follow-ups. I'll send those over to you afterwards. But guys, thank you so much for the questions. Thanks so much for attending. Again, I think this is a really important offering that you guys really need to consider. We've tried to make it as seamless as possible, as inexpensive and low barrier to entry. So please consider it. And again, our winter release is out. Winter 2019-2020 release. Check out the guide. You should have received our release guide in the email. Also, of course, keep up with our retail science. We're pumping out content all the time in retail science. Any self-help, knowledge-based articles, anything like that, you guys all know to go to our portal.paladinpos.com. And then, of course, webinars and social. By all means, check out our social accounts. We're always trying to get our content out across there as well. So again, thanks so much for attending, guys. Caroline, thank you so much. This was awesome.
Thanks, folks.
Really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you guys again soon, okay?
Thanks, guys, and looking forward to working with you all.
All right, Caroline, thanks again. Cheers.
Have a good one. Bye.